In this video, you will see me making some strange looking art. The kind that you have to appreciate from far away, like far, far away. If you're into that stuff, stay tuned to see how I made this. So I'm starting off with these Hexagon canvases. I just have these lying around and I had 3 of these, so I decided to use these for this project. But I am going to link everything in the description below, so along with any discount codes that I might have. Now, I want to have a black and white striation as a background for this project, so I'm going to use some frog tape and tape off striations and essentially just spray paint over to get my stripes and then pull off the tape. I haven't done this before. I mean, it seems pretty basic. Let's see how it goes. I'm using frog tape and I'm going to start with the center, measure the corners and put a bit of tape down in the center. And then from there, I'm just going to use a tiny bit of tape to guide me along the rest of the striations. I mean, if you have OCD and you do not approve of how I'm doing this, I'm sorry, but I just thought I didn't have the patience to measure each one of the stripes, so this is just how I did it. I did want the striation to go over the edge, so I did make sure that my tape corners go over the corners and the edges of the canvas. So the tape is on and I am ready to spray paint. I'm using this black, I think it's matte black spray paint that I once again had lying around. And I am just doing bursts of the spray paint. Make sure you're using a mask, a respirator when you're doing this, because you don't want to be inhaling this stuff. And do it in a well-ventilated space. I'm going to leave this to dry and we will be back for the fun bit. Okay, so the spray paint is dry. It doesn't take very long to dry, and it's time to pull the tape and see if I have any leakage of the paint on the white. Now I do have some on certain areas, and I suppose the easy way to fix it is just dab on that with a white acrylic paint or white gesso where the black has leaked into the white, like a few corners here and there. I don't know why this happened. Maybe I spray painted too heavily or my tape wasn't completely down, but that's what it looks like. Now, because this is a test piece, I am going to leave it as it is because I'm impatient and I want to get to the resin bit. So all of my 3 canvases are now ready for resin. I'm using my J Diction Officials resin and it's time to mix it up. The colors I've decided to use are just 3 colors. I'm keeping it simple. I'm going with a gold and a tealy greeny kind of a color, and I'm going for a moonstone blue color, which kind of looks like white, but when it's overlapping other colors is where you can really see that blue hint. So my colors are all mixed up, happy with how they're looking, and the idea is that I want to do a dustpan pour going across these 3 canvases. So I have seen this done with acrylics before, and as you know, resin and acrylics can react very differently. Resin can mix up and get muddy, so I really don't know how this is going to go. But I have a mini dustpan that I'm using here, and I'm just loading it up with my colors. So I put the teal down with some gold and some moonstone blue, and I'm ready for my first swipe with the dustpan. Here goes. Okay, so I am really happy with how that looks, and if I'm honest with you, I should have stopped there. So what I've learned from this process is you only get one chance to do this, so you really want to load up your dustpan the one time, because as you will see, I start to do it again and again, and which is when I completely mess this piece up. So I'm going to try this again in another video. Let me know in the comments if you do want me to try this again. And you essentially want to load it up one time with all the resin you want to use and then go over, because the more you do this again and again, that's when you start to mess up what you've got and mess up all those natural striations that you got. So now even the second attempt was fine until I started to drip epoxy on the other bits of the canvas, and from there on I just had fun with it.
it had gotten pretty messy and I just went for it. So yeah, I then started to drip some more bits of resin, and that's what it looks like. What I love about this, I do like the colors, I like the monochrome background, and I like the texture difference between the matte canvas and the wet resin. So I think the theory was good. I did mess up the practical, and let me know if I should give this a go again from what I've learned. And make sure you like, make sure you sub, and I'd love to know what you think. So leave me your comments and I will see you in the next video. Bye.